Hi, I'm Mike, and welcome back to Our Wyoming Life. Thank you very much for joining us for what we're considering to be the beginning of our spring season. That was quite the walk and up a big hill. Catch my breath for a minute. Okay. I realize this shot probably would have been more impressive if there would have been cows in the background, but there's not, because today we're actually starting out down here on summer pasture. These fields back here behind me and all the way around me actually won't be occupied by cows until probably July. But I wanted to come down and take a look at them and kind of see what we're looking forward to when we get that much closer to that season, which will be our summer season. But for now, we're coming off of 4 days of rain here on the ranch, in case you can't tell. 4 days in which we received just under an inch of rain. So it's been about a quarter inch per day, and what I would actually consider a slow soaking rain, which is actually way better for us than just really fast downpours. Those slow soaking rains get a chance to actually get that moisture into the soil, which is great for haying, which will be coming up here before too long as well. It's going to sneak right up on us. But for now and for today, I really wanted to welcome you guys back to the channel. I've taken a couple weeks off. We posted quite a few shorts during that time, kind of trying to keep you guys in the loop as much as we could. But I know it's been kind of radio silence from us. We've been posting on Instagram and Facebook, but really it was a much needed break after the 30 and 30, and of course the 24-hour live stream, which it kind of takes a little bit to reset from those giant events. So thank you very much for being patient and giving me the chance to relax and recreate just a little bit. Of course, we didn't get to do that much recreation. And now that I think about it, I don't think we really did anything that would be considered a vacation or fun while we were gone. I did get a chance to go out and do a few fun things with the kids here and there, and remind them that their parents were still around. But other than that, it was pretty much business as usual around the ranch. You guys just didn't get to see it. But now, as we get back into the groove, we will be bringing you 2 videos per week, Mondays and Thursdays, hopefully, as long as everything works out okay. And that will enable you guys to keep up to date with what's happening on the ranch, and of course, the families that are on it. Reservoirs on the ranch still looking great. Of course, we had all that snow melt, and then leading in with this few days of rain here has actually really helped the reservoirs as well, although it is helping the pastures a lot more, and that's what we need this time of year. We always talk about the most important rains of the year, and those usually do come in late April and into early May. From here on out, if we get, a thunderstorm here or there, we should still have hay to make this summer. Of course, the whole thing could still fall apart. We don't count our chickens before they hatch, but it is looking really good. And if nothing else, the rain that we've had up until this point, let me roll up my window before I drive through a mud puddle. The rain that we've had up until this point will guarantee us pastures, which is enough to get us through probably early October, maybe early November, depending on how fast winter hits us this year. And yeah, I know I said the W word, but it's something we've got to start worrying about, even back here in what we're considering spring. You notice I changed the hat. The hat went to my summer hat, mostly because the black felt gets too dang hot, and it is pretty warm and humid. Today we're looking for a temperature right around 55 degrees or so, but the humidity is really high with all of our rain. order to get you guys all caught up, we are still calving. We've got 5 more cows to calve and 2 more heifers. We're going to stop by and check on those guys today. We're also still waiting for Ethel to have her foal. If you've been watching us through shorts, notice that her milk is coming in, so that's a pretty good indication that she's pregnant and getting ready to foal soon. We are keeping an eye out for the change in color in her milk. Right now you can get milk out of her. It comes out in a stream, but it's very clear, and what'll happen is as she gets closer to foaling, that milk will turn cloudy or white, and that'll give us pretty good indication that she's about, you know, for anywhere less than 48 hours before having her foal. Lots of standing water on the roads, which is just awesome. We are now heading back towards the ranch. When we started out, we were about 4 miles away. We're heading back towards the main part of the ranch where the cows are still located in what we call our home pasture. Our home pasture is where the cows and the calves live up until about mid-June. Then we'll start moving them back towards that summer pasture that we were in before. We do have some hay fields in the summer pasture, so they don't make it all the way back until we're done haying, but that's still a long ways off, but something we got to start thinking about now. I love the time after rain, and in fact, after 4 days of rain, it kind of got a little old, but we don't complain about rain. But it will be nice to have a little bit of sun here before too long. So on our way back home, we're going to take the advantage of being able to check cows and calves, and I noticed there's a calf out here that's pretty much kind of off by itself, and what I want to do is go check on this calf and make sure it's okay. It's obviously up and moving and running, and it's got a few friends right over here. When it's rainy and cold and wet, I think, you know, we didn't really drop below freezing during this storm, but it still got pretty dang cold. There is the opportunity that if a calf is born and it's not able to dry off, I always say that rain is worse than snow. I'd rather have it snowing than raining, just because the rain will just cut through a calf, where the snow will kind of sit on top. They'll still dry underneath the snow as long as it's not a really wet snow. So we've got his 2 friends over here, and 26 and whoever this is up here. They're just going to run away, so I'm not going to be able to find out who they are. But we do have some moms not too far away, so where we saw those calves by themselves, not too worried about it. Got a bunch of moms over here hanging out at one of the ponds. Looks like they're getting a drink. So here's what the next few days will look like on the ranch. As the sun starts to shine, the temperatures are obviously going to go up. We do have a little bit more rain in the forecast, but even tomorrow we should be looking at some sunshine. This grass will start to take off like crazy. It's gotten a good drink. Once we get some sunshine and some warmer temperatures, our grass is going to grow. And sometimes, I mean, I swear you could actually sit back and watch it grow. Those hay fields that we started out in this morning, they will start to grow like crazy. There's nothing on them. There's no grazing happening, and that's one of the reasons that we keep the cows off of those fields, is so that the grass, even pasture grass, not just hay, but pasture grass that the cows are going to be eating, we want it to grow as much as possible before any animals get down there. We've got a little bit of wildlife, some antelope, some deer, occasional elk will come through here, but they're not going to eat that much, and we're not going to have to worry about the loss of food before the cows get there. I was only talking about food. You don't have to run. I think your calf might be back there. All right, good luck to you. As we keep on heading back towards home, we are now in the home pasture, and we see a bunch of cows now heading off to get some water after getting a bite to eat this morning. We are still feeding occasionally. There's not much here for grass, as you can see, but they do need to still get some of those calories in them, and they're doing that through hay. Now, they are going to start eating this grass once the sun comes out and the temperatures go up. Like I said, they're going to start eating this grass like crazy. We really have to watch out for grass tetany, so we'll be making sure that they get even more magnesium over the next few weeks to combat that in our cows. Like I said earlier, we're waiting for about 5 cows to have their calves. In fact, I've got my handy dandy clipboard right here in the gator with me, and this is number 8. Number 8 is due to calve. Now, by ultrasound, her calving date was the 10th of May. We've actually passed that, so we're waiting for her to have her calf pretty much at any time. And we're bribing her with cake so that she'll be nice, which isn't going to work, but it's not a bad idea. When she does decide to have her calf, she's going to be on the fight. And I'll probably make a whole video about trying to get her calf tagged, because it's always an exciting process. Other cows that we're waiting to calve, number 40, which is the red Bronco one that we're going to go check on. That one is in with the heifers. Number 76 is out here. Number 42 is a heifer. 98, which is Bambi, and number 2 and number 80. We are going to cruise around out here. We're going to put eyes on every single one of these cows that we're still waiting to calve. Of course, Cracker Jack is on that list. If he calves, I'll be very, very surprised. Number 80 right here is on the list as well, and number 98, this is Bambi. We're still waiting for her to have her calf. She is due on the 25th. Do you want a piece of cake? I said, heck yeah, I want a piece of cake. There you go, girl. She'll be one of our last ones to calve, along with number 2, who is right over here. Hey, number 2. No, you're not number 2. Where is number 2? Oh yeah, you are number 2. Couldn't see your ear tag. Number 2. You want a piece of cake too? There you go. The only one that I don't see right here is number 76, who we're still waiting to have her calf. So we're gonna go find her really quick. She can't have gone too far. Not in this group, are you? Nope. Oh, 75, so close. Where's 76? Where's your sister? $73. You guys are gonna make me drive across this marsh, aren't you? Hey, who are you? There she is, number 76. Still looking quite pregnant. So that's all of our cows out here. I'm gonna risk trying to drive across some of this marsh. We'll see if I get stuck. I didn't get stuck. Got a little muddy. All right, so that's all of our cows out here. All the calves look great. The grass is green. Just waiting for the sun to shine, and a little bit of warm temperatures would be very nice. Even something up in like the high 60s would get this grass going like crazy. Cold weather grasses as compared to, or I guess they call them cool weather grasses as compared to warm weather grasses. You can always check it out, see what kind of grass you have in your area, but most of the grasses that we grow out here on the prairie are considered cool weather grasses, so we don't need, 80, 90 degrees to get them to grow. We just need 60 degrees or maybe 65 to get a lot of these grasses to grow out here on the prairie. So definitely a different type of grass depending on where you're at, and a different type of moisture, because for us here to get an inch over 4 days, that's pretty dang good. It seems like either we do this, we have these slow soakers that are great for the soil, or we get an inch in 10 minutes, which does nobody any good, because all that does is just run off. And especially now when our reservoirs are still kind of full, we don't really need to worry about filling up reservoirs at this point. We need the moisture for the grass. That ensures that we are going to have hay for all winter long for all of these cows, and that's what's really important, at least right now on the ranch. We've only got 3 more cows to check before I cut you guys loose for the day and celebrate the first video back here in the spring for our spring season on Our Wyoming Life. We've got 3 heifers inside the heifer corral. Now, I know I told you that we were waiting on 2 heifers to have their calves, so I get a chance to introduce you to the newest calf on the ranch. Not that one, that's a chicken. But there's our new calf. Hey, buddy. How are you? Hey, number 40. There was a chicken sitting on you. All right, so in here we have number 36, who belongs to number 28, 42, and 40 that we're still waiting to calve. The rain is beginning to fall again. Maybe we'll get a little bit more out of this storm, which is totally fine. Tomorrow, expect the sun to shine. New videos coming up very soon. We've got another video coming out for you on Thursday. Don't forget our live streams on the Beyond the Ranch channel. You can subscribe to that channel. We live stream on Sunday nights. We've got a new schedule coming out for that soon too. And if you want to keep up on all things Our Wyoming Life, head on over to our website. Scroll down to the bottom. where you can subscribe to our newsletter. Our newsletter comes out once a week, lets you guys know everything from sales on the website of beef and pork, to merchandise, to beef jerky, to all that good stuff, to anything new that's happening on the ranch, events. There's all kinds of stuff always happening. In fact, Erin and I will be in Casper this week at former Governor Dave Friedenthal's, he wrote a book. It's called Wyoming Paradox of Plenty, and we'll be on a panel down there talking about how farmers and ranchers and pretty much everybody in Wyoming kind of has to rethink how to stimulate the economy in our very own state. So that's it for me for today. If I do get a chance to meet you in Casper, that would be awesome. You can find out more about that down in the description. I'll put a link so you guys can check it out. We're still waiting on these 2 heifers and 5 more cows to have their calves. We'll be bringing you guys along for that and a whole lot more as it happens right here on the ranch. Thanks for hanging out with me. I really do appreciate it. And we'll see you next time right here on Our Wyoming Life.